All right, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have Big Money Esports versus Stremex. This was in the relegations for the PS4 North American division of the PCL. That's the Paladins console league. My name is Blue, and we're geared up and ready to go here. For the side of Big Money Esports, we have Mortal Reach Ceres being played by MostSaltyNaCl on the Shrapnel Victor, Stormer Bullets Khan for YatoAcosta, Field Study Torvald for Izzy Tyler, and Mother's Grace Inara for UltimateDabbe. JoseThePizza going with the Rampant Blooming Grover. Fortress Breaker Ash for PowerMateus. EREDOS on the Vivian with Opportunity and Chaos. Wormjets Drogos for Solaire, and Tinkering Barrack for Sauremk. And already we have a lot of action going down with Khan on the high ground, trying to hold this alone. He has PowerMateus right in front of him as well. xGlxy, though, right behind him, as well as MostSalty. Backing him up. They have the heals. They have the extra DPS there from Victor as well. Both teams being able to touch point a little bit as of right now. UltimateDabbe in a battle for point contention over there. It is 18%. First blood finally coming out from the side of YatoAcosta. Those of you who don't know, YatoAcosta used to go by the name Dragon Kill It. He did play for Low-Key Scheming for 2 weeks in the PCL of Phase 1. Now here he is trying to make it back into the PCL with a new squad. EREDOS soonly falls to Yato as well. Yato doing a lot of work. Meanwhile, Solaire Vengeance on one of his best champions, doing a lot of work here on the Drogos. He will escape. Oh, for a quick second, right as I said it, he does go down. 75% on the objective for Stremex right now. xGlxy falling low, has to get out of line of sight, is going to pop the barrage. It is going to go down. xGlxy able to find two. PowerMateus, Sauremk, MK also went down to the barrage. Last hit by MostSalty though, but that convergence was able to help them bring those tanks in for that. Well, the shield gets popped, but it's not enough for xGlxy on the Victor. Big Money Esports capture the first objective here in game one. xGlxy getting aggressive now. Is going to get booped back. Waiting for that shield to go down. Throws up the grenade as well. Gets some good damage on that. Shrapnel is going to play huge with these grenades here. Getting a lot of damage off. Take a look at the loadout there. He is running Flak Jacket 4. He gains 200 health. Sentinels was popped by Vivian as well. Oh, look at this. On the move. Not a particular card a lot of Victor players have in their loadouts. While cooking your grenade, you gain 15% movement speed. So he's going to be moving, strafing, even with the grenade in his hand. Interesting playstyle from the xGlxy himself. We've seen him in PCL Season 1. We've seen him here in Phase 1 of the PCL, trying to make it back into the PCL for Phase 2 and finish off this season strong. Big Money trying to get some momentum here to push this payload. They've gotten to the first turn right after the bridge. About a minute 15 left. Alt economy so far in favor of Big Money. They don't have to use them here. It's only the first round. Dabbe though up against Barrack. He does have Solaire trying to shoot him as well. He is going to block it off. Not much happening there though. Dabbe's going to have to get out of here, and I think he's going to fall as he does. YatoAcosta in trouble. He's got two in his face. He's going to have to back up here. Big Money's going to look to group up and reset here. They have 45 seconds remaining. At this point, I think it's safe to say they don't have a chance to push this in unless they want to use some ults. Then again, it is early on in the game. You can use those ults and not be upset if you don't get this pushed in. Or you can elect to save those ults. Oh my, he grabbed Ash as she was dashing into him. He did get popped in the air. Was able to throw her behind him. Neither one was thrown off the map though, so this is an interesting play there from both sides.
10, 9, 8,
Khan Torvald, interesting matchup here. No main shield for the team eventually.
4, 3,
Oh, and Drogos is in trouble. He has gotten silence, and he will get away. Solaire showing the poise. Now overtime ticking away. Not much room being given here from Stremex. Izzy Tyler's gonna elect to back up. By the way, Izzy Tyler did change his name. That was Izzy Mitchell, who played for both Low-Key Scheming and Big Money in Phase 1. So don't be confused. That's him. Let's check the damage charts here. Victor Galaxy on top of the damage charts. 53K. That's pretty much 1,000 or 10,000 per minute there.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds.
These teams met earlier in qualifiers for Phase 1 of the PCL. Big Money was able to steal some wins there. Different lineup back then, though.
2, 1.
They did have the Kev Falcon. NBK as well. Players no longer on Big Money. They've elected to take a break from the game or seek other options. Convergence comes out. Does grab Vivian and Ash, but Ash is going to slam in with the ultimate. Oh, boy. Solaire not able to find anyone with the Dragon Punch, but this pressure put in the backline from PowerMateus. Too much for Big Money to handle right now. They have full control of this map. Oh, and Vivian gets ulted with the overpower. Does get thrown off the map. She will lose her Sentinels. Have no fear, though. Stremex is still zoning out the map. Oh, but Galaxy, he's been behind the whole time. No one's seen him. He is going to get out of dodge, but not for long. He's in their backline. He looks to be in trouble, but he's still getting away. No one able to punish Galaxy. And the barrage comes out as Seismic Crash comes from Dabbe. Gets some damage onto EREDOS, but he survives. And Victor Galaxy goes down to Vivian. And now Barrack in trouble, falling low. He is going to get the heal from Grover, though. Dabbe getting the heal from Saris as well. EREDOS trying to come into the mid, contest for a little bit. Now Grover and Barrack are back. Barrack full health again. Will have his cooldowns. He's falling low again, but oh man, Barrack just able to survive so much. Here comes Solaire getting the kill onto Dabbe. That's a huge kill for them. Being able to eliminate that front line in Anara.
Push the payload. Rampage. Enemy rampage.
Triple tank from the side of Big Money. Don't really see that as often anymore, but still pretty viable if played correctly. And they look to be on the defensive side here in round 2 as Stremex. 2 minutes and they're pushing this payload at a pretty fast rate. Hyper Beam comes out, doesn't really find anything useful there. Victor trying to establish the high ground here. Does have Khan, does have Torvald there. A lot of pressure being put on Galaxy. He has to take care of this Vivian. He has to take care of this Drogos as well. Vivian can shred tanks if given the opportunity. And Big Money has 3 of them. Here's the convergence. It grabs 3, but Blossom comes out. And now Assert Dominance comes out from Ash as well. This could be dangerous. Khan gets popped off the map from Mateus. And Mateus looking poised as Stremex pushes this one in. It's 3-1. And Big Money now coming from behind. They're gonna have to do something here. Stremex is in full control of game 1 here on Serpent Beach PCL Relegations. Saris leading the charge, 148,000 heals, only a 105k for Grover, but you know, there's a lot of damage coming out of these triple tank here from the Vivian, from the Drogos. Excellent draft here from Stremex to counter draft this triple tank. I think it was very, very smart of them to grab that Vivian and a Drogos. You're able to shred tanks as fast as possible. Victor, Saris, they come afterwards. As long as you line of sight that Victor, can't really do much. Take a look at the score lines, the slash lines here. Oh, Seismic Crash will catch Mateus. He is going to get burned fairly quickly here, but Barrick's been on point the entire time. He's 50%, and climbing will pop the dome shield to keep that extra damage off of him, allowing Grover to give him some heals, and he's set up shop here. 66%, nice backup from him as well. He's only died one time, as well as Grover staying alive. Overpower comes out, they get Mateus with it. He is going to go down again, but he was able to take xGlxy down beforehand. Solaire finds one onto Izzy. Solaire finds another one onto YatoAcosta. YatoAcosta, one of those players that Stremex used to have in their lineup, but you know, he's joined, as the Stremex would say, the Gringo squad ever since. Convergence comes out once again. Doesn't find anything off of it, and Stremex takes game 1, 4-1. Wow, the Mexicans coming out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. As we set up for game 2 here on Bright Marsh between Big Money Esports and Stremex. Stremex able to take game 1 in a pretty convincing manner as well. They showed their dominance, especially in round 2, pushing the payload all the way for a conversion so quickly. Here they are, coming out shortly. UltimateDabbe meets Sora, on point. Barrick versus Inara, same matchup these two players were in last game. Sora's able to stay alive last game, only dying once, showing his dominance here, setting up shop on point. First blood did come out. Solaire playing Drogos once again, does find one onto Izzy, who's playing Khan this game. JoseThePizza playing the Terminus as well. He is available in competitive play now. Interesting to see how well he is implemented back into some team strategies as well. Izzy mainly playing main tank all season. Now here he is playing off tank. Torvald game 1, Khan game 2. Interesting to see. You have Dabbe playing the Inara. Is this what you want for the side of Big Money? A lot of damage coming out from this Droga. Solaire playing spectacular thus far. Here he is with the Dragon Punch. He is ready. He is going to be able to find Izzy. Down goes Khan. xGlxy on the Victor once again. Convergence comes out. Oh, and a nice Blossom from Stremex again. Solaire finds YatoAcosta this time. MostSalty goes down to Mateus as well. Koga, Drogos fragging out for the side of Stremex as Dabbe goes down as well. xGlxy shortly after. And now Izzy in terrible position, looking to get staggered out here. Oh boy, and Stremex gets the first capture of game 2, and they look poised to push into this backline and make it even more difficult for Big Money to breathe. Payload once again, just like game 1, moving at an incredible speed here for Stremex. They're just not letting up. You know, they came out trying to get in the PCL. Oh, and a missed overpower from Izzy Tyler onto Koga. That's not good. He's already used his damage immunity. Is able to find the kill though, with xGlxy right behind him. Like I was saying though, you know, Stremex trying to make it into the PCL in phase 1 of this season, and they were unable to. Unfortunately, it came down to map counts when they were tied with another team. Low-key scheming were that team. Low-key scheming were able to get into the league. Most said Stremex should have been there. Big Money was clearly the better team of those 3 as well. But it turns out Big Money finished 4th in their division. Low-key scheming after some roster changes all around. Both teams ended up becoming that 3rd place team. Still leagues behind Onslaught and heating up as well, but you know, practice makes perfect, and more people can increase their skill. Drogos, Solaire finds another one on the Dabbe with a Dragon Punch, playing spectacular. Oh my goodness. Solaire, you know, he told me he wasn't going to be able to play in these games, but here he is. Oh, and he gets overpowered through the window. This time Izzy doesn't miss. They're going to be able to burn him. Convergence comes out. Only grabs Grover. They're able to find EREDOS off of that. Oh, JoseThePizza falls shortly after. xGlxy and Vivian putting a lot of pressure on these front lines. Putting a lot of pressure on Stremex overall with these dominant hit scans in the console meta right now. But Terminus does have ult. We know this. Koga has ult as well. Barrack has Dome Shield available. Ult economy in favor of Stremex so far. They have 4 ults. Excuse me. Big money. We'll have Sentinels. Victor, 80%. Oh, 85%. Excuse me. Bite my tongue there. MateUs trying to break into this left side here for themselves and Stremex. Oh, and Anara's falling low. Guess who's shooting her? That's right, Solaire. Looking for another one. Ult comes out from xGlxy. Barrage doesn't find anyone. Cyclone Strike comes out as well. Oh, and they find Yato. They find xGlxy. They find MostSalty. PowerMateus, the only one for Stremex going down. Overtime is ticking away, and they are expending ults from both sides here. Term still has an ult as well. Oh, and a Dragon Punch comes out. They find Dab. This could be a 2-0 conversion. Double kill for Solaire. Oh my, they're getting pushed onto their own high ground here. xGlxy has to touch point. Vivian is going to try and take out Solaire, but it's a no-go. Victor falls, and Stremex, commanding fashion, electing. They said, you know what? We're going to use our ults here. We're going all in. Either we fail and force them to use the little ults they have, or we push this in. Turns out, both happened. They pulled those big money ults out, although they were able to stall long enough to get Seismic Crash. Sentinels were not used. They still have that. Another Convergence is ready as well. Oh boy, oh boy. Game 1, Game 2 so far. So exciting. Stremex hitting the gas pedal, not letting up. You know what else?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Man, MostSalty doesn't get the credit he deserves. Look how many ults he's thrown out in Game 1 and already here in 2 rounds. 1 round of Game 2. Oh boy. It's got to be double digits. Sentinels come out. Convergence as well. Convergence grabs 2. Oh, and Solaire with another double kill. Finds MostSalty, finds Yato as well. Solaire could find a triple. Last hit wasn't his, but still got partial credit for that elimination. And now the full court press is being applied by Stremex. Big money, flabbergasted, just doesn't know what to do right now. They've got to take care of this Drogos. Izzy misses another overpower, trying to grab Drogos out of midair. Worm Jets prevents him from being able to aim so perfectly. Seismic Crash. Oh boy. They don't find anyone with that. Vivian does touch the objective, but it's 99% in favor of Stremex. And it doesn't look like Khan will be able to touch. xGlxy falls. Oh, and Izzy's got to get off. This is going to be almost 100 to 0% capture there for the side of Stremex. They are just in complete control here early on in this series. Big money has got to regroup. They've got to find some way to put a stall, some way to put a pause on Stremex's momentum here. Izzy falling short. Falling low, sorry. Oh, he is going to be able to back up, is going to be able to get some heals. Meanwhile, he is going to push back into the back lounge. Cyclone Strike comes out from MateUs. Isn't able to find anyone off of that. Oh, and an overpower misses once again. That's 3 out of 4 that he has missed today in this game. And we talked about it early on in this game. He's been playing main tank all season. Big Convergence grabs 3. They're able to take down MateUs. Meanwhile, Anara did fall for the side of big money. And you know, here we are. Sauremk trying to finish this game off with Stremex. They might be able to push this in. Oh, Yato falls again. Oh, they're able to find Solaire. Terminus still has his ultimate. The ult management and control coming out of JoseThePizza right now. Still has that ultimate available. They are inches away from ending this game as a 4-0. Sentinels come out as well. Oh, and Jose, he is stocking up. He's on the high ground in their spawn door, putting the pain on him. Waiting for him. Convergence comes out. Seismic Crash was used as well. Oh, and he finds MostSalty, able to finish her off. Oh, he's got 3 charges in there. He's going to die up top. That's not what you want. That is not the preferred place you want to die, holding that reanimate. But they're going to regroup. They have less than 30 seconds here. Ult economy is still in favor of Big Money. They have Galaxy with the barrage. They have overpower. He misses the overpower again. 4 out of 5 times. We've been talking about that. He's been playing main tank all season. Meanwhile, here comes the Dragon Punch. They're looking for something on the high ground. They're going to find MostSalty, the support. Terminus is back, and he's on the objective. Finds one on the Izzy. Trying to find more. Oh, and he's got reanimate if he elects to use this.
If they get another double, I'm doing.
Oh, he's not going to use it, maybe. No. He has respawned already on this mount. Trying to find Mateus as they do. This is getting down to the wow. Solaire finds another one on the Galaxy, but he shortly falls. Oh, and Pizza is back, but he should be back on the point. He has his ult. Oh. He finished off Izzy, but wasn't near the point. Good work there by Izzy to drag him away. But like we were saying, or like I was saying earlier on in this game, you know, Izzy normally playing main tank for both low-key scheming or Big Money Esports all season so far. Now here he is playing the off tank, having a little bit of trouble. 5 overpowers coming out from him this game. 4 of them not connecting with anyone. He was able to grab 1, which was the Drogos. Take a look at the damage here. 102,000 damage coming out of the Koga. Just disrupting this backline. 98k second place goes to the boy Solaire on Drogos, just playing spectacular right now. Let's check those slash lines here as well. And boy, oh boy, 10 and 5 for Mateus, 16 and 5 for the Drogos Solaire. Man, the LatAm squad has shown up today thus far, trying their hardest to finally make the PCL. This is a round 3 matchup. They are 2-0 so far. Big Money is 1-1. They need this win here. %50 on the objective for Big Money, but they are getting zoned out. JoseThePizza playing super aggressive here. Oh, and he's going to elect to use the reanimate here. It is blocked and overpower. That's an easy one. But no one's there to help him, burn him. Vivian walks right past him. Oh, unlucky for the pizza, man. Jose almost able to get back on the map there. Now Mateus trying to get some damage on the Galaxy, trying to disrupt that backline. Solaire comes in for the assist. They are able to finish off Galaxy. Seismic Crash comes out. Oh, but Sauremk is going to stay alive on that barrack. And now in the backline with a huge stun from Terminus. YatoAcosta goes down. MostSalty has no escape. And he falls shortly after. And Stremex with another 4-1 victory in game 2. Boy, oh boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in game 3 on Splitstone Quarry. Stremex taking a commanding lead in this series, 2-0 as well. Big Money having a lot of difficulty, to say the least, up against this LatAm squad. Finally trying to make it into the PCL for the second time this season. They tried in season 1, didn't have much success, but beginning of phase 1, they had some pretty good games, and here they are, 2-0, trying to make it 3-0. Excuse me, they're 1-1 as well as Big Money, both 1-1. Zero Tolerance were able to beat Stremex, but those were close games, so here we are. Both teams needing a win to make it into the PCL here. Stremex so far up 2-0.
An enemy has drawn first blood. First blood, okay, who's the feeder?
And Galaxy on the Vivian this time. Izzy back on the con. Didn't find much success out of it in game 2. Didn't find much success out of the Torvald in game 1 either. Oh, and Solaire on the Victor this time, putting some pressure into this backline. YatoAcosta on the Koga this time. And we see a Lex coming out for the side of Stremex as well. Interesting. I'm ready to see some Lex gameplay out of EREDOS here. Was playing damage the first game. Here he is playing. He was playing Grover the second game, I believe. And here he is in game 3 playing the Lex. Excellent. Excellent, some might say. Able to find a kill with Solaire there onto Yato. Oh, looks like he has Genos marked. Oh, and he finds the kill on him. Now he's in the back line looking. He is going to get out of there. Already has the law and waiting to put it down on someone. Koga already half health. Is going to be able to try and get some damage on the Grover. But he's being chased by Lex. Split Zone Quarry, not a huge Lex map, but seem to be making it work here. Sor back on the Barrack, Dab back on the Anara. Same players playing the same front lines once again. Matching up against each other. Sauremk finding the success the first 2 games. Here he is. Maybe Dab will find some success. PowerMateus coming in with the big assert dominance. Helping Lex find one onto Yato. And now Big Money getting pushed. And once again, Stremex just hitting the gas pedal here on their offensive payload push and just not letting up. Just no breathing room for Big Money. And Stremex applying the pressure, trying to end this set right now. Is going to boop, Dab back. They're going to have to contest. Dome shield gets popped as well. Meanwhile, Solaire still putting some damage in. Does have Yato chasing him on the Koga now. Oh, and it looks like they are going to lose their support. Oh, and they trade out with Yato, though. Still, Big Money has the advantage here. No support. Grover's on his way back, though, for the side of Stremex. They are going to regroup and try and push into this here. Big Money trying to set up their defense positions here. Lex trying to push into this mine here with Mateus next to him. He has Solaire there as well. Oh, and now Mateus is behind. Cyclone Strike comes out. Doesn't find anyone. That's going to keep him alive, but Solaire retaliates. Gets the kill onto him with the barrage. Excellent recognition there from Solaire, knowing he's going to come out of that. Can just pre-fire with an ult. He's able to find the kill.
15 seconds remaining.
Backs up, gets some healing from Grover. Sauremk falling deathly low on the Barrack. He is going to back up, though.
9, 8,
10 seconds and counting.
7, 6,
Overtime,
5,
going to tick away here.
4,
Yato goes
3,
down again.
2, 1.
Here we are in overtime. 1-0 Stremex trying to push this in. Every time they've tried to push a card in this set so far, they have converted. Can they do it for a 3rd time? Vivian's in the back line, though. Victor recognizes. Is going to be back there with him. He's going to chase Grover. Oh, through time and space. Doesn't find anyone. But EREDOS picks up a double kill, and he's continuing. Assert dominance comes out. It looks like Stremex want to try and push this in, and it looks like they might. They're getting the kills. Oh, Vivian goes down. Yato gets a heal from Khan off the shout. Oh, baby. But Anara goes down. Blossom comes out. And Khan couldn't get there fast enough. Once again, Stremex in overtime, forcing ults out of Big Money by using their own ults. But, you know, both teams using ults. You know, it's a win-win trade until you realize that Stremex is not only getting the ults pulled out of Big Money, but they're also getting this payload conversion. Here they are, up 2-0 in game 3, 2 points away from closing out this set. Oh my goodness. They are 3 for 3 in payload conversions against Big Money right now. And they're leading 2-0. They're just, they look poised. They look unbelievable right now. This is the best Stremex play we've seen all season. All year. All the lifespan of Stremex. They go bleachers this time. Oh, overpower comes out, but didn't connect. Once again, Izzy failing to show any promise on this con as of right now. This is sad. He's looked decent all year long on the main tanks. A little bit of a role swap, like I've been saying all season. In any form of content, it's really hard to transition to that off-tank role. You would think it's a little easier for the damage players because, you know, they're just damages with bigger health pools, but it's not. You would think it's easy for main tanks because, you know, it's just a tank that does more damage, but still, it's not. Oh, Lex getting in trouble. Bailed out there. Seismic crash. Well, Mateus wasn't able to escape fast enough. He does fall. Galaxy finds one on the Solera as well. Dome shield gets popped though. 93% on point for Stremex. They could keep the shutout going if they capture this point. EREDOS does fall shortly after to Yato though. Grover's gonna have to back up. Still getting fired upon. Oh, and through time and space is gonna find him. He was trapped. Couldn't get out of there. Ooh, and Mateus tried to get the boop going onto Galaxy into the fidget spinner. But Big Money steals that objective point away. Barrage comes out, doesn't find anything. Here we are now, UltimateDabbe. Pushing the payload for Big Money. First time they've captured the point. All the way back to game 1, round 1.
Enemy killing spree.
On Serpent Beach, they captured the first point. Oh, and a game pause did come through. Game will be unpaused. And it looks like it's gonna continue being paused. Looks like someone has been disconnected. The thing with console is that there's multiple people trying to pause the game right now. So you have to kind of establish that one person is in charge of pausing. And Solera is going to die due to the pause and unpause motion coming through. Here we are though. It looks like we have a game pause. Just under 2 minutes to go in this payload push for Big Money. And it looks like someone from Stremex has probably disconnected here. Stremex playing beautifully. As of right now, they lead 2 games to 0, and they lead in this game as well, 2-1. Big Money able to steal a point capture away from them, however. Let's take a look at this slash lines while we're in this pause here. 7-3 for EREDOS on the Lex here. On Splitstone Core, he does have the Law available as well. JoseThePizza only dying twice, but this early in the game, that does seem like a lot for supports. But he is playing Grover. Has a lot of upfront demand, meaning, you know, he has to be up front in order to get those heals. Not as far back as a Genos can be. Let's take a look at the damage charts as well. Vivian, Galaxy on top with the Vivian, 71,000. Lax and Victor right up there behind him. Koga failing to get a lot of damage in. Pretty much showing on the scoreline as well. 3 and 6, not doing so well on the Koga. Did do a good amount of damage in game 2 with it, but ultimately wasn't enough to keep his team in the game. Healing, wow, Genos, 106,000, able to put those 3 marks on. MostSalty, underrated support player of his skill level recently, I believe. Wouldn't say he's underrated to the level of, you know, tier 1, but tier 3, maybe even tier 2. I think he's an underrated support player. Goes unlooked often. I think Big Money's the best team he's been on in a while. All right, here we are, back into it. And Lex is going to fall. Izzy and Galaxy pushing through. They're going to find one on Sauremk and Mateus as well. That looks like it should be a full wipe here. Victor's going to try and poke out for some damage, but he's still at the spawn door. Payload is still moving on in. Izzy and Galaxy holding this top. Now they have YatoAcosta there as well. That's a lot of damage being stacked into that room. Cyclone Strike comes out. Can it find anyone? No, and he's going to go down shortly after the EREDOS with the Grover Blossom coming out as well. Or his Whirlwind, sorry. Ooh. So Lair finds a kill on the Galaxy. Now Big Money's going to have to back up and regroup here. They have about 45 seconds. If this is a defensive stand from the side of Stremex, they'll be up 3-1. I think EREDOS is Diego. Not sure. 3019 was also in Diego's name, so could be him with the name changes going around.
9, 8,
who knows?
7, 6, 5, 4,
Sauremk able to find Yato. MostSalty falls to Solaire as well. And that's going to be a successful defense from the side of Stremex, giving them the lead 3-1 here. And they're one objective capture away from closing this out in a clean sweep. Solaire. Good player all around.
Capture point spawning in 15
Great
seconds.
DPS player. Been the core, heart of Stremex since the very beginning of its inception.
5.
And here
4,
he is.
3, 2,
Finally.
1.
After years, months, hours of continuously grinding. Finally on the doorstep of making it into the PCL. Can he finally make it? Overpower comes out. They grab Lax. Oh my. And we just said Solaire, a decent DPS player. Excellent barrage coming out. Able to kill the Khan and save his teammate, the Lex, in the overpower. Oh my, oh my. What a play. 33% and climbing on the objective. They are so close to winning, taking this game, and completing their goal. We can't say it enough. Playing with insane ability right now is the entire Stremex lineup. Lex does have ult. He is ready. Ult economy. Seismic crash comes out through time and space. Does find Barrick, but isn't able to kill him. Does find a lot of damage, but he just heals right back up. They find Mateus shortly after. Dab and Barrick going at it again. Galaxy's able to help Dab win that 1v1 though. Or 2v1 rather. Law comes out. Doesn't find anyone. Galaxy with a triple kill. Galaxy showing why he's been in the PCL twice, looking to make it 3 times now. Oh boy.
Try to keep up.
Thanks for the assistance. High five for the streak of 5.
Ooh, and another objective capture stolen from Big Money. Big plays. Big money, big plays coming out from Galaxy. Able to get that triple kill. They were able to burn the tanks fairly quickly there. They capture the point. They stay alive here in game 3. Not much I can say about players like TheUltimateDabbe. Seen him around and ranked a bunch of times. He's a knowledgeable player. He's been watching PCL since the beginning, but never really made an effort to make it into the PCL himself. But here he is now, finally, and playing main tank. See how he fares up against some of the best in the competitive setting. He's played against most of these players. Time in, time out. Time in and time out, but mainly on a ranked. Setting. Through time and space, doesn't find anyone. Lex finds one on the Izzy Tyler. Ooh, and the auto aim comes out for Lex. Hit the third person and just boom, 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 baby. Big Money backing up to regroup here. They can come in with another push. Ult economy's in favor of Stremex though. 4 ults for them, 3 ults for the side of Big Money. They're ways away from a 2-time in space. Sentinel's at 34% right now, but Stremex now 5 ultimates and holding a pretty solid defense here. Could hold this. 20 seconds remaining, 2-3. Stremex leads game 3 on split zone court.
15 seconds remaining. 10, 9, 8, 7.
Overtime,
6,
getting ready to
5,
tick away here.
4, 3,
Mateus is going to have to heal up, but Dabbe sees him. Tyler's going to turn around and help them as well. Stremex is going to have to back up even more. Those of you who don't know, Stremex is a Mexican squad. There's another Mexican squad, excuse me, playing in the PCL Relegations from the Xbox North American division. That's eStorm Gaming. Oh, and Stremex defend that successfully as the seismic crash comes out. But the C9 came out as well. Like I was saying, though, Stremex Mexican squad, there's another one playing for the Xbox North American division in relegations as well. eStorm Gaming. They finished 4th in their division behind Retaliation, Cats on Mars, and Elevate. Elevate being your LAN representative for that division going to the mid-season invitational. Good luck to them. But you know, eStorm Gaming, with that core dynamic of counter-struck user, Undulant Gaming, you'll see them in relegations as well. They actually just acquired a new coach.
4,
his name is Zetha. Actually used to play for the Zaga talent roster that actually made, I think it's 1 or 2 lands in the PGS for the Paladins. What is now the Paladins minor league. Wasn't the minor league then though, but they've got a PC player with some game knowledge, LAN experience behind them now. Here we are.
Enemy killing spree.
Round 3. Oh, Sentinel's come out. Dome shield was popped already. He's going to take a lot of damage, especially with Yato on him as well. Only 3% on the objective for Stremex. They're struggling to break this zone here. As Big Money, 70% in climbing. They could cap another one, remember. Oh, Barrage comes out. Isn't going to find anyone with the Barrage. Oh, and assert dominance, but he got lifted by Genos mid-air the first time. Here he is, getting that ult off this time. Was only able to gather another 6% on the point. And now Big Money gets another capture. And you know, they tie the game here 3-3, but that also says that there's no more comeback mechanic for them. For those of you who don't know, if you're trailing by 2 or 1 point, you capture the point at a faster rate. Don't forget, you can check out Blue University on YouTube to get the full details on how comeback mechanic works. Big Money now 2 minutes and pushing this payload at a pretty fair speed here, but they've elected to walk off of point now as they try and take care of Swarm. Swarm MK dealing with this Anara. Does have Genos there. Keep her healed. He will fall shortly after Solaire and Yato in a fight through time and space. Does get some damage off. JoseThePizza is going to fall to xGlxy now. Stremex loses 3 members there, and now Big Money looks like they're in full control. Trying to zone out Stremex here off the spawn doors, get them all dismounted and whatnot. Seems to be working here. Izzy and xGlxy going to push into this room here. They tried this the first time on their first push. Oh, and Izzy gets a grab. No one's there to help though. Sentinels come out. Oh, and Barrage is going to come down. Not able to find anyone off of it. MostSalty was able to finish Lex off. Oh, Galaxy just spinning in circles, trying to find who he needs to shoot. I don't know what dash that was. Maybe just for the damage reduction there from Mateus, but he falls shortly after. Cyclone Strike comes out.
If they get another double,
UltimateDabbe, MostSalty, and Yato, all three fall for the side of Big Money. Now Stremex have a little bit of breathing room here, as Big Money is probably going to have to back up and regroup here. But Solaire's not letting up. He's still pushing into him. And now Stremex are going to try and get aggressive on the zone here. They have 20 seconds remaining. It is a tied game. All they need to do is hold this out, capture the next objective, and they will have completed the sweep here.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, big through time and space from MostSalty. Yato was able to find JoseThePizza on the Grover. MostSalty found Lex with that. UltimateDabbe gets a kill. Galaxy gets a kill as well. Ash in the assert dominance. Only one surviving and holding this point. Oh, and he falls off. The ultimate coming out, the barrage, but it's not enough. Everyone on point for Stremex dies. Big Money Esports steals a win away, 4-3 here in game 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Blue, and here we are in game 4 between Big Money Esports and Stremex. Big Money Esports finally able to get a victory over Stremex in game 3 on Splitstone Quarry. But here we are, game 4. Stremex leads the set 2-1, and we're on Ice Mines. Map selected by Stremex here as they elect to go right into this. They have the Makoa and the Inara. Good tank duo there, especially with that Grover heal on a map like Ice Mines. Makoa pushing hard into this backline here. Throws a hook, doesn't connect though. But hey, you know, it's just like that saying. You miss all the shots you don't take, well, you miss all the hooks you don't throw. Unfortunately, we missed that one too, but Mateus grabs that one, gets in front of him, trying not to let Victor get away. He does have the Saris there behind him. Galaxy having a tough time, but he is able to get away. UltimateDabbe playing Barrack this time. Does that mean? Yes, it does. Sauremk playing the Inara. So they've swapped around, those two. They'll be going at it. UltimateDabbe did fall pretty early on, though. Big Money Esports getting zoned out. Ice Mines is it's a peculiar map, usually in Paladins, especially in the PCL or between console teams. It's usually, most often than not, it's either a 4-0 or a 4-3. Never really anywhere in between. Ooh, don't know about that one there. Whirlwind comes out from the side of Stremex already, but a barrage comes out. Doesn't find anything out of it. He does find Solaire mid-air, though. Picking Drogos on Ice Mines gets a little questionable. But, you know, Solaire playing so well on the Drogos all series so far. Game 1 and Game 2. Now some pressure being applied by Big Money. Oh, Izzy hit that overpower. He grabbed Grover with it. Oh, but he falls, and Grover survives. Mateus finding the kill on the Khan. Stremex doing a great job of saving their teammates who get grabbed by overpower. Speaking of grabs, that's a good grab there by Makoa in the Ancient Rage. I like this play here. Waiting on top of the boxes for a nice hook. See if he can get one. He elects to back up here. Tyra this time for YatoAcosta. At a hunting party mark. Should come in great use here as he is able to put it onto Makoa there. Get some good damage. He will get the heal though. Puts the mark on Vivian as well for his Victor player, most likely. Solaire coming in, trying to find one. He does on the Galaxy. Falls pretty low, though. He will fall shortly after. Dome shield gets popped. And 20 seconds remaining. This might be a defensive hold. Both teams pretty much at a standstill. Ooh, I like that. Mateus trying to grab Saris there through the window of the top room. 10 seconds remaining now. Stremex regrouping, trying to push into this one more time.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This one looks like it might just be given up here. Makoa falls. It looks like they're just going to give this one up. Or not? Maybe? I would. Just letting them build ults here. Although Stremex is behind in ult economy, they will have to try and stall it out to get some ults if they elect to, but they won't. Successful defense by Big Money Esports now. It's 1-1. Let's take a look at the slash lines here early on. Drogos, 2-2. Only person to die more than once on his team there. Meanwhile, MostSalty hasn't died at all, playing very safe with the Sares. He's able to heal from a long distance with that. Nice group heals too if they're able to stand near each other or within the radius that it requires.
4, 3, 2.
YatoAcosta dying the most in the game so far on the Tyro, 1 and 3, having a tough go at it. Let's take a look at his damage here. Oh boy, he's sitting all the way 5th. He's behind Barrick as well. Let's see how he comes out in this next round here. Does put the Molotov down. Has both marks out. Big convergence. They're able to find Mateus and Solaire off of that. Dab on point. Set up. Stremex is going to have to back up here. This is good composure by Stremex. Able to back up there. Not just pushing in without the numbers.
Have you met my friends?
Sentinels come out from Vivian, however. She will have that ultimate available. Grenades coming in. She sees Izzy there. He elects to jump down. 93% in climbing. They've got to do something. Seismic crash comes out. 99% in climbing. Crossfire comes out. EREDOS is able to take care of him, though. Did pop the shield and survive. Solaire trying to put some damage onto this barrack and help Sauremk win that battle. He's going to put some damage on the Izzy now. They're able to burn him. Barrack's going to go down shortly after. And a nice turnaround for the side of Stremex. 99% still on the objective for Big Money. They just need to wipe or at least kill enough members to gain point control. But on Ice Mines, it's a really tough map to try and break that zone. Although we just witnessed Stremex do it. And it looks like they might be able to capture this point. Dragon Punch is going to secure it as they take down Barrack, who was closest to the objective. The point contest was going to come from Barrack there. He was ready, able to contest, but nice play from Solaire. Good heads up play there. Ancient Rage gets popped now. He does find YatoAcosta. He's been having a tough day. No matter what he plays. Played Koga 2 games. Here he is playing Tyra. I don't know if he knows the shield doesn't shield the barrage, but he doesn't die to it either. Nice poke damage coming out here as the Grover gets those safe heals. Speaking of heals, check the healing charts here. Wowzers. Oh, nice play there from Makoto. Shell spin across from high ground to high ground here. But speaking of healing, 125k and counting. He's at 126 now. Oh, boy. And they have the point capture and the payload getting pretty close. Convergence does grab 2. Shield gets popped, though. Doesn't find anyone off of the back end of that. Oh, and Solaire falls. Yato was pretty low. He is going to survive and get full healed here. Dab and Sarm going at it once again. But Storm's gonna fall shortly after. Just under a minute to go. And Stremex is gonna have to regroup here. PowerMateus is way out of position at this point because of his team's not being able to stay alive. He's gonna have to try and hold his position or get out of there. It looks like they don't know he's there. Oh, this could set up for a nasty flank play here. Overpower comes out. Grabs EREDOS on the Vivian. They're able to burn her.
30 seconds remaining.
Oh, and a good hook here. Displaces Khan off the high ground. And he's going to have to jump off as well. He does fall shortly after here. And this is not looking good for Stremex as they are losing teammate after teammate in this fight.
10, 9, 8.
Solaire has to get out here. This push seems a little bit over for me.
2, 1.
It looks like they're just going to concede this push. Solaire popped out, was killed there, but 2-2 now. Big Money able to defend for the second time. That one looked a little bit cleaner than the first round. All they need to do is capture the point and somehow not have their zone broken like they did last round. They were leading 99% on the objective. Stremex broke the zone, got the kills they needed, and were able to retake that objective in full. Take a look at the itemization here from both teams. A lot of cauterize coming out from both.
4,
Dabbe electing to Nako caught 3. He needed Master Riding 2 and Rejuvenate. Master Riding actually a nice sneaky pick for a lot of Frontlines. Anyone, actually, not just Frontlines, on Ice Mines. Problem is if you're getting zoned out, it's not nice to get dismounted. That movement speed doesn't help you there. Convergence comes out. Doesn't grab anyone. Hook displaces Khan. They are able to burn him. Seismic crash now onto Barrack. He's falling pretty low. Doesn't have Dome Shield as he already has used it. And he falls shortly after. Now Stremex, 18% and climbing on the objective here. Salvo comes out. A lot of damage coming off of that as well. So Lair finds one on a Galaxy with it. And now Stremex look to hold this point once again. 90%. Got off point there for a second to maybe check the tunnel, see if anyone was coming. And they captured for the 3rd straight time. Big Money just having a lot of problems against Stremex. Game 3, they were able to find a slight bit of success. Overpower grabs Jose. That's a Grover down. And now Solaire falling low. He's going to fall. Big Money getting some momentum here in the 3rd round. Sentinels get popped, however. Does have a Molotov underneath of him. He does lose a lot of health there, but he elects to back up. Doesn't want to lose his ult right now. Oh, and a barrage coming through from Big Money. No frags coming out of it. Sauremk able to find Dabbe. EREDOS finds Izzy, but Solaire falls to Yato, and JoseThePizza finds Yato shortly after. The payload is still inching its way in because both teams need to regroup, but Stremex says, hey, we've got one extra person. Let's just push this payload. Minute 20 remaining here. Nice hook on the Barrack. That displaces him. Ooh. He's not able to get out. Dabbe spending a lot of time in the spawn this set. Welcome to comp, baby. Welcome to comp play, Dabbe. That's what Stremex is telling him. Like, hey, you know, we haven't been in the PCL, but we've been closer than you, so we know a little bit about how hard it is. They're giving him the initiation. Dragon Punch comes through. Can it find Galaxy? It does. He's got 2 counters on the other side. He's elected to take one out with his ult. 2nd time this game he's done that. Oh, Makoa might fall here. Well, he's able to escape. Oh, so close.
30 seconds remaining.
Galaxy at the spawn door. He's going to jump off now as they try and establish a nice zone here. Stremex still has control of the map, it seems, though. Nice recognition. Oh, but Solaire is on top of Galaxy. He says, you know what? Victor doesn't scare me as a Jogos, especially on ice mines. Just gonna jump on top of you.
4, 3, 2, 1.
This looks like it might be a defensive hold from Big Money. Once again, ice mines, difficult map. One spawn advantage comes for the defense. They do have ult economy for Big Money. It doesn't look like they're gonna need to use any ults as well.
Enemy killing spree.
They have the mark. I'm the only one contesting the point. Overtime's gonna tick away. We're going to a round 4. It's 3-3. Defended successfully once again for the 3rd time from Big Money. Now all they need to do is capture the objective to win this game. That's one thing that just irritates a ton of players. You cap 3 times in a row, not able to get those payload conversions, and then you lose the game when the enemy caps the point one time. That one time it counts. But that's how the game works, ladies and gentlemen. You want to avoid that? Push the payload in, baby. Get those strats down. 2-1.
5.
Stremex leads the series. 3-3. The game is tied here in game 4 between Big Money Esports and Stremex for the PCL Relegations, PS4 North American Division. Now, here we come into round 4. Win or lose. Stremex wins, they're going to the PCL here. If Big Money wins, they survive another game with a chance for game 5 to stay alive. Crossfire gets popped. Able to burn PowerMateus. Double kill. Finds the Anar off of that as well. And now Big Money, 50% in climbing. They have full control of the map. Let's see if their zone can be broken once more.
Have you met my...
Solaire trying to get in. Oh, and the barrage, but a big salvo. Could set up a potential kill. Dragon Punch comes out, but it's not in time. Big Money Esports takes game 4, 4-3. It's all tied up, 2-2. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Blue, and we're here for game 5 of PCL Relegations qualifying. Big Money Esports versus Stremex. It's 2-2. Win or lose. This is round 3, which means Loki's Gaming was 0-2 coming into round 3. They're pretty much out of contention. Zero Tolerance was 2-0. They're the number 1 seed. And Big Money and Stremex both 1-1. Whoever wins this moves to 2-1 and secures that 2nd spot into the PS4 North American Division of the PCL for Phase 2. Can Big Money make it back into the PCL, or will we have a brand new team in Stremex? This is the game that decides it all. Izzy falling pretty low. PowerMateus on the Koga now, and he's gonna jump behind him. What a play. Now Anara, being played by Dabbe, is gonna fall shortly after. Sauremk was able to find a kill on a Galaxy on the Leon. YatoAcosta on the Victor, running away, getting chased now. Mateus is just going to back up as they have 60% in climbing for the side of Stremex. He does end up falling to Galaxy here. Will they be able to touch the point? YatoAcosta touches it to stall it out. Long enough for Anara to get there. Victor now trying to put some damage onto these tanks here. He is still getting chased. Victor falling low. Ooh, and a nice Eminence trying to get that damage onto Koga. Galaxy now trying to support Dabbe here, but Vivian's firing away. EREDOS, been a huge part of this Stremex squad, along with Solaire, doing a lot of heavy lifting here for the side of the LATAM squad. 99% on the objective for Stremex now. Burning Dabbe could potentially give them this. The rest of the team might make it back. Conversions comes out. doesn't grab anyone. Dome shield comes out from Sauremk. Overtime ticking away now. Izzy's gonna have to touch. Dab is on the way back. xGlxy did fall. Yato resets the timer. And that looks like it's gonna be a Stremex capture. And now, the first point of game 5 goes to Stremex. Every time they've gotten the payload, besides game 4 with Ice Mines, they were able to push it in the first 3 games. Can they resume that, or will it be more like Ice Mines? We'll just have to wait and see here. Payload does come to a stop. Trying to put some damage onto these front lines. Izzy and Dab. Great positioning here from the 2 front lines of Big Money. Is going to have the Koga in his way now. Throws him behind him, but he had enough dashes to prevent himself from falling off the map. And now Anara has joined the fight up here. Dab. Seismic crash comes out. They don't catch anyone in that. Izzy falls.
Enemy killing spree.
Yato falls. This could be dangerous. Dab falls shortly after. And xGlxy just barely gets away with his life. PowerMateus doing a lot of heavy lifting with the Koga this game. We've seen him on his off tanks. That's why he's in the flex role. PowerMateus finally falls, but this payload is a couple feet from being pushed in here. Izzy trying to get some more damage on to the flank there. Oh, but Solaire this time playing the Ashe. Could have been a problem with the trades. We've seen Solaire playing the damage and Mateus playing the Ashe all series long. No worries though, Solaire, decent player on the front lines. Does go down there. Yato finds one on the Sauremk as well. This looks like it could be a defensive hold here for Big Money. No one trying to do too much here.
15 seconds remaining.
Both teams trying to play it safe. Everyone not trying to make too many mistakes, if at all any.
6, 5, 4, 3,
Win or
2,
win
1.
or not make the league here. Assert dominance comes out from Solaire right in the spawn door. Convergence comes out. It pulls in Barrick. They're not able to finish him off though. He will survive. His shield gives him a little extra time to get that healing in. And now Mateus and Solaire pushing Izzy and xGlxy back. Oh, Mateus does fall. Body block didn't come in time. Meanwhile, on point, Sauremk still fighting with Dab. He ends up falling. Solaire and Khan still alive. And that'll be a successful defense from Big Money. They have Cyclone Strike and Dome Shield available for the other side. They will have Seismic Crash by the time the team fight gets initiated. They do have Overpower to start off with. That's a huge ult on Ascension Peak to come out into a team fight at the beginning of a round. But like I was saying, either team does not want to give too much here. Not a lot of mistakes want to be given.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds.
Loser will be spectating the PCL. The winner will be playing in the PCL.
5.
It all comes down to this. Game
3,
5.
2, 1.
Here we are, round 2 coming out. 7-minute game already. Just beginning round 2 here. Ascension Peak. Not a normal capture objective. It's a rectangle. 2 statues and at each end. Provide some cover. Seismic Crash, but Dome Shield's up. Wall gets put up to block that turret. Remember, that was buffed in the latest patch. It does a little bit more damage. You have to think twice about going in there sometimes now. Sauremk still alive. Stremex, they lose Solaire, but they are still holding this objective strong. 69% and climbing. Dab's trying to get in there to contest now. Convergence comes out. Barrage comes out as well. Gets some damage on the EREDOS, but he's able to survive. Regroups with the Grover for the heals. He should have sentinels here soon. He has them now. Doesn't elect to use them just yet. Whirlwind will be available in a few seconds for Stremex as well. Meanwhile, Overpower just about has another one. But he is getting a ton of damage. He will fall shortly. And now Solaire looking to put some pressure on. Has to backpedal to help them finish off Dabbe. Now overtime ticking away. This could be a second straight capture from the side of Stremex. And Big Money are in trouble now. On the defensive side of this game once again. Overpower comes out from Izzy, but it doesn't connect. Yet another one this series. Man, he's been having a rough day. Falling pretty low now, has to shield and back up. Dabbe now taking most of the damage here. Solaire right in front of him, face tanking. Barrack on the objective with Grover. Could elect to push up a little bit more. Saris on the high ground right next to the spawn door. Does have convergence ready again. Like I said, grabbing a lot. There's a nice convergence to grab him out of his ult. They're able to put some stacks on him. A little bit of damage. Not enough to kill him, though. He does back up, though. He said, never mind. I don't want to stand over there. Galaxy finds Mateus. Dabbe backing up for some heals now. Heals go on to Khan, however. Does get the group heals. They do have a barrage. They're close to Seismic Crash. Meanwhile, Cyclone Strike and Whirlwind up. Sentinels almost up once again. And he already has a pair up, so he's got one in the pocket if he ends up dying and losing the current one. Oh boy, this Vivian is looking pristine right now. This is dangerous for the side of Big Money. They've essentially got to kill him back to back. A pause has come through. It seems someone from Stremex has disconnected. Waiting for this now. Boy, oh boy, let's take a look at the damage charts here. Vivian sitting on top with 93k. Galaxy not far behind, though, with the victor. Barrack on top of Koga. Excuse me, YatoAcosta is on the victor. Galaxy, on the other hand, having a tough go with the Lian. Only 56k damage. He's below Ash, Barrack, and Koga. Not a lot of damage coming out from the side of Galaxy's Leon right now. Having a tough time. Izzy having a tough time as well. Big Money not looking at full strength here. Remember, they did have to bring in YatoAcosta and Dabbe. They didn't have a full roster after Kev Falcon and MBK left. Most salty, Galaxy and Izzy. Core 3. Bringing in Yato. Played under the name Dragon Kill It earlier in the season for low-key scheming. Twice. Didn't do so hot. Was never seen afterwards. Dabbe, never playing in the PCL. This season or 2018. I don't believe he's played in any PCS tournaments as well. Let's take a look at the slash lines here. Nothing really standing out from Stremex. Mateus has died 5 times, but he's doing a lot of work in the backline, disrupting everyone. He's running alongside the Ash as well. Meanwhile, for the side of Big Money, YatoAcosta, only one who's remaining positive. Most salty, we're not going to count that. He's 0-1, so he only has 1 death. That's good for a support champion. You know, they're not going to get a lot of kills. Has been throwing out a lot of convergence, though. So, that's good. Izzy, 6 deaths. Not too far behind his Galaxy and Dabbe, however. Two to 2. This series is tied. Big Money versus Stremex. Winner goes to the PCL. I cannot stress that enough. These are the situations where you start to sweat. Your controller gets a little greasy. Any slip of the thumb may cost you a point, let alone the game. Man, Stremex trying so hard in phase 1. Lost out to map differential when it came down to the tiebreaker. That team that eventually beat them in the tiebreaker was low-key scheming under a different name at the time. Hatsu Chibi, the only member of that team that remains. Speaking of low-key scheming, they went 0-2 in the first 2 rounds. They ended up losing round 3 to Zero Tolerance as well. You won't see them back in the PCL. Hatsu Chibi, business. They picked up Geppetto as well. Roman Rulers. Cop. Bye-bye to their 2019 PCL, unless they get picked up by a team later on in this season. All right, we're back in the action here. Looks like Yato picked up a double kill because of the pause, maybe. Nonetheless, he probably had the drop. EREDOS falls to Izzy as well. Looks like this might be a defensive hold.
30 seconds remaining.
30 seconds remaining, the game announcer tells us.
My champion.
Big Money looking for their second point here in game 5. Trying to tie it up 2-2.
15 seconds remaining.
Meanwhile, Stremex trying to force themselves to get this 3-1.
Have you met my friend?
Whirlwind comes out. Sentinels get popped. Remember, he had one in the pocket.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And overtime has begun. JoseThePizza falls. That's the support for the side of Stremex. No heals coming out for them. They might elect to back up here. Could try and just gain some alt charge. Barrack falls. And that, of course, will be another successful. Ooh, if they can kill Vivian here, they cannot. She's still going to have those Sentinels up. Two to 2 now. Going into round 3 here. Solaire playing the Ashe. First time this series we've seen him on the front line.
Capture point spotting in 15
Might have been a trade
seconds.
bug with PowerMateus as he's been playing, or as Mateus has been playing the Ashe all series, and they did end up drafting her. Another game pause coming through.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And it seems as if that may have been a mistaken pause, maybe. They're all set and ready to go. Golden Vivian. Oh, Overpower comes out, but he pops the shield on Vivian. Prevents him from being able to grab that. Convergence comes out, grabs 2. Oh, and a huge ult from Galaxy. Able to find EREDOS to get rid of the Sentinels as well. Solaire and Pizza fall shortly after. Meanwhile, Sauremk says, if I'm going to die, I'm going down with one. He finds MostSalty. Galaxy finds Sauremk as well. PowerMateus falls. And now, for the first time this game, here on Ascension Peak,
Enemy rampage.
Big Money Esports look to be in control of the objective.
Watch your back.
Solaire falls. JoseThePizza fell once again. Can't be losing your Grover support that early on in a fight. And Big Money has captured the point, so now it's their turn. And if they can convert this payload, they can win this game and make it back into the PCL.
Come on, let's fight. Back to the fight.
And here we are, Solaire with the assert dominance, standing still, just putting the hurt on Dab here. Galaxy trying to find some. Overpower comes out, but he isn't able to get it before he dies. And he will not have that ult when he respawns. 32% now for him. YatoAcosta putting some damage on these front lines and PowerMateus. 4 ults for the side of Stremex. They're up by 1 when it comes to ult economy. Never mind, Convergence just came through. Forgot MostSalty charges that thing at the blink of an eye, it seems. They do have Seismic Crash as well with the Barrage to try and set a play up here. They're getting zoned out pretty hard, though, by Stremex. Convergence comes through, grabs Sauremk, and Solaire. And a barrage comes through from Yato as he picks up a double kill on both front lines from Stremex. And now the tides have shifted, and Big Money looks as if they're going to start pushing this payload in. That's 3 huge ults: Seismic Crash, Convergence, and Barrage. Barrage and Convergence, excuse me, will have a fast charge rate. But for Seismic Crash, he's going to have to put in a lot of work to try and get that ultimate back up and running if they're unable to successfully push this payload in. Overpower comes out, doesn't connect once again. And now, Solaire trying to zone out that right side alone. Mateus comes, shield gets popped. Same from Izzy. Yato continuing to put some damage in.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
No kills coming in for the last 40 seconds, it seems.
Finish it already.
Oh, and Victor gets shoulder bashed off the map. Wow, Solaire really was threading needles there.
Enemy killing.
Trying to get past Khan and get that Victor bump. Woo! What a play, Solaire. Oh, I don't know if that was luck or skill, but we're gonna go with the skill. So you know, it makes it seem like it was a cooler play. Successful defense though. 16-minute game and counting. Let's kind of sped up the pace here. First round, 7 minutes. We were talking about, you know, Ascension Peak, rectangular capture objective. 2 statues there on each end to kind of hide, you know, line of sight in and out. Able to touch the point at a, you know, farther distance. Lot of games we've seen where they go pretty long into overtime on this objective.
5,
One of the most
4,
dynamic
3,
capture points
2,
in all of Paladins
1.
map. Here we are, 3-3, 2-2. Winner take all, baby. I mean, can it get more intense? Oh, Leon Galaxy uses the Leon ult. Doesn't get anything from it though. So that ult charge will not go back to 50%. Whirlwind to save PowerMateus. Meanwhile, Dabbe on the objective all alone. 15% in favor of Stremex, 0 as they have kept contesting. Seismic Crash comes through, but Dome Shield was popping. Barrage is popping, but he has to get out of it because he's getting chased. He will survive long enough to get the heal from MostSalty. Cyclone Strike comes out though to survive. Solaire goes down to Izzy. 27% for Stremex and 0 for Big Money now. Every time Big Money tries to get some objective time, they're being contested. Now this might be where they try and get some. Meanwhile, Sauremk still contesting them. Convergence comes in. It doesn't grab anyone. That's not what you want late in this game here. The heal comes through. Now, EREDOS finds 1 kill. Oh no. Oh no, he finds a double kill. And it's on the MostSalty now. Dabbe has no one there to heal him. 39% and climbing now. YatoAcosta trying to put some damage in for his team to come back in. Big Money may get zoned out here. This may be the end of this game and this series. Stremex, YatoAcosta getting the heal. He's gonna have to touch. He touches. He's gonna die shortly after. So does Mateus. Izzy goes down as well. Dabbe on the objective, getting the heals. I don't think this will be enough though, as Galaxy is falling low. The wall goes up. UltimateDabbe though trying to get any sort of success on this objective, contesting over and over again. Overtime ticking away. He's gonna reset the overtime. They've got to kill him. Sauremk comes in for the double stun on the other side. Galaxy pops another Leon ult. It finds one on the EREDOS, but PowerMateus finds Galaxy shortly after. Oh no, this isn't looking good. Convergence comes in, 3% only. And now Dabbe with another Seismic Crash. He finds 2 with it. I don't know if they're gonna find any kills though, and they don't. And now UltimateDabbe still alive. Dome Shield gets popped again. Ults are coming back up over and over for both sides. Overpower. They don't find anyone with it, and a step off point overtime so late in the game. Stremex win 3-4. They're going to the PCL.